So I'm about to get into some battles with Mr. Number One in the world, LimonLime. And these are just practice battles. I was just testing some stuff out. He's just testing some stuff out. This is our first look at Fusion Cup. So coming in, Heracross versus Altaria. I know this is a bad matchup. Normally I will switch out, but I'm trying to see what's going to do what. I'm pretty sure one Sky Attack is going to completely delete Heracross. I just want to make sure. Yeah, you're like 4 times weak to that, so you ain't surviving that one. Coming back in, Awak doesn't want much to do with Altaria, so Altaria has a little chunk of health out. I'm coming to Altaria Mirror. I just built my rank 8 Altaria, so I feel like I probably might have the IV advantage. Gonna go ahead and block the Sky Attack there just to make sure I maintain switch advantage, because the only thing I have left is that Awak. And I'm going to farm up quite a bit there. And then the A-Slash comes in. Nothing I'm doing to him. So I'm afraid he might be running the Bulldoze variant, so I'm going to block this here. And I think Bulldoze is the recommended move for the Fusion Cup. Back in, back in Ferocious, I was running the, as you'll see here, I have not TM'd yet. I was running the Gyro Ball, but I believe I'm going to have to TM to Bulldoze, because I do love my Alolan Marowak. My Alolan Marowak is the one here, but also my dad Alolan Sandslash. Alolan Sandslash was clutch for me in Ferocious, and I think I'll probably be bringing it to Fusion too. But like I said, this is just the first look. Definitely a lot of things to test out and a lot of different team comps to look at. Looks like it's going to be a really fun cup. Looks like there's going to be a lot of variety that we're going to be able to bring. So, you know me, I like to bring a little bit of off-meta spice for the most part. So, should be a good time. Looks like Fusion is Drones and crew did a good job on that one. So, see here, Altaria does a good chunk with the Sky Attack on Awak, but I'm definitely way far behind in this battle. And this Sky Attack is not going to do much to the Alolan Slash here. Thought maybe Lamone will let it through, because like I said, we are just in test mode. Just kind of see how much that will do. Didn't have to see A-Slash take any Sky moves in Ferocious. In the next battle, get back into it with Lamone, Mr. Number One in the world. Hey, I'm Mr. Number 27 in the world right now, so both of us had a great showing over there, had a great time in LA. Shouts to Sir Max for putting that on. Alright, so I got definitely the competitive lead here. Recommended set probably is going to be Earthquake as opposed to Sludge Wave in this cup. And definitely if you're running into a Skunk Tank, you're going to have that Earthquake, but you go ahead with the Hydro Cannon. You see Skunk Tank is still pretty squishy. That is going to do a lot even with the nerf. That's something else to test out. That move was just nerfed. So you see it does a little bit less damage than it used to. Swampy Boy is pretty squishy. I'm going to go ahead and shield there. I'm going to farm up a little bit extra, but I don't want him to get to another charge, so I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Hydro Cannon, so he does not get to another charge move on me. I got to work on my counts. I don't know if I was in danger there or not. I would have been able to farm down, but I might have been able to farm down if I had not done that charge move, even though I did get the piggyback there. That extra mudshot might have farmed him down. You can see, even though Swampert's a little bit glassy, he does be able to take a crunch pretty well. And then Sludge Wave coming in clutch right there before the charm damage can be applied. And I don't think he's expecting a Sludge Wave. You're going to see it's going to do a huge amount, almost Oko to really, even without any stab. So, you come in here and be able to farm down with Probopass. I'm kind of glad I left that little scratch of health, because you can see I'm going to get a little bit of energy. Lamone, he's as everybody knows, very skilled battler. He sees that happening and he doesn't want to get farmed. He's going to get out of there. But at this point, he beat me really hard in the first one. It's looking like I'm setting up for a hard beat down on him in the second round here. And I don't want to take any of those Bone Clubs. It's going to be super effective, so I go ahead and switch out to Altaria. Worry about Shadow Ball does a decent chunk, but these Bone Clubs won't do anything. Shadow Ball, you can see, does about 50% health, so something you gotta watch out for. Nobody really likes taking Shadow Balls, especially when they got stab on them from Awak. The way he's gonna come back, those charms are just gonna really delete Altaria, but he took that Sludge Wave already. This is GG's. Mone's not even gonna shield. He knows it's game over. So fun little practice battles. Like I said, we're not taking these ones too serious. We're just really trying to see exactly what's going on. Some of these Pokemon, which ones we're really liking for this cup, and which ones are matching up really well. And, always fun to battle with Eduardo. And jump in here too. I like that line there a lot, but we're going to be mixing it up. At least I am when I'm doing these practice battles almost every time. You can see a lot of my PvP mons there. Then I have another tab of PvP poke open to the left hand side if I'm not sure if something's eligible, how much the charge move is. I'll just scroll over there real quick and take a peek at some of the top ranked mons in the cup. I'm going to go same line here it looks like, but I'm going to bring the Heracross back in. I want to see that close combat. Interesting move that it debuffs your own defense a couple stages. So what you usually want to do with that one is you want to go ahead and charge all the way up to where you have energy for 2 of them. And then be able to throw back to back with like a self-piggybacking type situation. So you're not left at a disadvantage with the defense debuff dropping on yourself. Either that or throw the first one quick and then switch out. If you have a good safe switch that you're confident in, you can go ahead and throw that first one and switch out. So some nice new strats coming in, these new moves with new debuffs and a lot of new action. Niantic has done a really good job, in my opinion, of keeping PvP fresh. I know there's always an outcry from the community, as the outcry from my Heracross when it sees a Saltaria. When things get mixed up mid-cup like that, you've been making investments and you've been practicing and planning things out. And all of a sudden, things are different, things have changed. So, switch right over into Frosty. My Frostlass is actually ranked 2. I've been trying to find a cup where she's going to be really useful. Almost decided to bring her this time go around in Timeless. But too squishy. There's a lot of fast attack damage in Timeless between the Dragon Breath, the Confusions, Ice Shards. Although Frosty's not worried about the Ice Shards too much, but just ultimately couldn't find a spot for her on the team. It's disappointed how much that Shadow Ball did, but Lantern is a tanky boy, tanky little water electric boy, and did a great job of demonstrating that there. Just really able to eat that Shadow Ball. The opposite of tanky, Heracross, this is not able to tank much, but it does have a nice attack stat and does have a pretty nice moveset with the buff to close combat. He used to just be a home run hitter. I actually brought him in jungle the first time around, but just 2 home run shots. But now that the buff to close combat, he actually is a little bit more intriguing. Went for the Mega Horn there. I didn't want to get debuffed, and I was hoping Limon was going to let it through. These are both resisted moves, but he does go ahead with the shield. And I'm going to go ahead and throw the close combat. Should have probably gone for another Mega Horn, because like I said, I want to see what that would do. I know the close combat's resisted, although it's megally buffed. My health is so low at this point that I'm not really worried about the defense falling. It's actually to my advantage so that I don't get farmed up. So you can also play that into your strats. Right here, we know this matchup from Freestyle. The Sky Attack will do a pretty decent amount to AWAC. I could probably go ahead and let that come through, though. Kingdra coming in here is a matchup I'm not too familiar with. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the Shadow Ball and hope that it's able to land. I know Kingdra, he's a little bit glassy. Not really a glass cannon, but he's not tanky by any means. But you can see the Shadow Ball does about 70% or so right there. And Octazooka, what I'm expecting to come through, is probably going to do a nice chunk. Super effective, and it is a 50 on the stat. So GG's, Limon takes another one there. And always tough to get W's against Limon, even when it's in just in practice sessions or practice mode, what we're in right now, just testing things out and seeing what's happening. So I'm going to go back in, and I think I'm switching things up every round right now. So just trying to try out some different mons that I had an eye on that either ranked high on PV Poke or that I just generally like using. I think this time I'm going to look for my A-Slash. Haven't used it yet. It's a little bit farther down, so I'm trying to scroll down a little bit further. See, there's my Altaria. It's the rank 8 that I just built. Well, maybe I didn't go with the A-Slash this time. You can see my Togekiss down there. He's definitely going to try to get some play in this cup. One of the great Charmers with low energy moves. So I'm able to go ahead and get those off, even though Charm charges so slow. And you see I dropped down a little bit too low. I think I was looking for the Metachan right there. But I think I scrolled past Sandslash. I saw him up there here, but I guess initially I didn't. So this is a line that I think I might potentially run a lot with the Alolan Sandslash, Alolan, Marowak, Altaria. Seems like a strong line for Fusion Cup. So let's see how it does against Mr. LimonLime and see what he's going to bring to the battle this time round. And again, GG's to Eduardo. Did a great job. Took me out in the final. I was hoping to be the first 9-0 this season, but props to him. That's my teammate, my practice partner, and he did a great job over there. And if I had to lose to somebody, I'm glad it was this guy right here. He's quite the battler. So see, come in here, and he's bringing a little bit of spice, coming in with the Haunter. Haunter usually doesn't want much to do with the Mon with the spammy moves, so he's going to go ahead and get out of there. And I don't know if he misclicked. That's highly doubtful, knowing him. But I felt really good about my Science Slash pick right here when he didn't look like he had much to counter it. But I want to go ahead and jump out into Alolan Marowak because I know he's got that Haunter in the back. And my AWAC's not going to be able to do much against that Haunter. Haunter Shatter Claws can almost just farm him down, really. So I'm going to go ahead and at least farm up some energy. That way I'll have something for Haunter when it comes in. Not sure why I shielded there. Everything that Wiggly has on it's going to be resisted. I think I just wanted to be able to make sure that I was going to be able to farm all the way down and come out of this with 100 energy. But I'm expecting for that Haunter to come back in here. Especially he knows I got the A-Slash in back. But actually Altaria came in. I was hoping to get the shield. Even though the Shadow Ball doesn't do a ton to Altaria, I was hoping I could still get the shield. I think he was still at 2 shields at this point. So I do get the shield. Got greedy and tried to bait again here. Lamoni, I don't think he's going to double shield in this situation. As I said, it's not like the Shadow Ball is a Oko or anything. It just does a little fraction, and I'm not able to get to the other Shadow Ball. So that was a bad decision. But I'm still feeling pretty confident. I know he's got the Haunter in the back, and I know I've got my Altaria back there. So Haunter Shadow Ball is a little bit of a different story from an Alolan Marowak Shadow Ball. A lot of different stats. Haunter Shadow Ball has got like an insane attack stat. And nobody really wants to be taking Shadow Balls from Haunter. You saw a couple of the Shadow Balls land from Frostlass and from Alolan Marowak. The Frostlass attack stats up there pretty good too. Haunter is just like off the charts. So you see I get to go ahead and land the Ice Punch, which does a ton to the Altaria there. And I'm a little bit loaded up, so I got another Ice Punch coming for Haunter. And Haunter, although his attack stats super high, nobody wants to take any Shadow Balls from him. He doesn't really like taking any charge moves at all himself. There I didn't want to get farmed down. I was in fear I was in danger of that. And you definitely don't want anything to do with a loaded up Haunter. Shielded there. Lamone knows I don't like to use my last shield a lot of the time. Sometimes I'll let stuff through anticipating the bait. So I think he was hoping that was the case there. But I went ahead and threw the shield. Even though, as I said, I'm letting some stuff through more than I normally would. Just because we're kind of in test mode trying to see what does what to each other's Pokemon. And again, I don't like to lose. Don't like to lose in a row, even if it is just practice, and even if we are just testing some stuff out. I'm not trying to let Lamone beat me 2, 3, 4 times in a row. That's never a good look. So, got to keep it fresh. Got to keep it moving. And like I said, I tightened my line up. This looks like a line that I might actually run. We're gonna go ahead and take a look and see who else is highly ranked. That Shift Tree looks like it's gonna be a good pick. I was just double checking if Umbreon is qualifying for this cup with all those ghosts around, but I think Dark is not one of the types. So, again, very green on this cup. Got a lot of learning to do, a lot of experimenting to do. Wish I would have got Whiscash into these battles. Whiscash is one of the Pokemon that I really like a lot, really spammy, and then also has that nuke. So he's really fun to play. But I was looking into Swampert. I just built a new one for Community Day. And then Venusaur, I feel like he pairs pretty well with Swampy. That Swampy boy. And then Altaria is definitely going to be meta. You're going to see, I think he's going to be one of those Pokemon that's going to be on pretty much every team for this cup. I don't think you're going to see a lot of teams that don't have Altaria. He's just an OP Pokemon. Of course, Team SoCal Swablu. Swablu evolves into Altaria, so got to represent there as well. See what Lamone brings. I think this is the last battle that we're actually going to do in these practice battles, so see how it goes here. Assuming he's going to bring something that he has a lot of confidence in. I feel he's the same way that I am. I don't want to try to lose a couple battles in a row, a few battles in a row. Not into it. Like to win, but like I said, this is just practice, so It's not like him beating me in the finals of the biggest tournament ever or anything like that. But, and legit, I'm looking for a little bit of revenge after he took me out. So, see what happens here in this last one coming up here. Gonna try to start producing out some more content for everybody. Got my name out there a little bit in the interview with Pokemon Master Holly. Hit the plug right there. And, so I'm going to try to start getting some more content out, even though I've been neglecting it for the last month plus. So this is a matchup I'm not familiar with, although you guys probably see this one a lot in Open Great League as well. Bronzong versus Swampert. But remember, Swampert just got nerfed. So see that Hydro Cannon used to do a lot more. Right there, it did not do a ton. And this is my other Swampert that has Earthquake on it, not the shiny one. So shiny one right now has Sludge Wave. This little boy right here got the Earthquake, which I think Earthquake is going to be the preferred move. But it looks like there's going to be quite a few fairies running around in this cup, so maybe Sludge Wave might have some utility. But Earthquake, especially with the stab and Swampert's attack stats, really an OP move. So that might be the way you're probably going to want to go. But a lot of research, a lot of testing still to be done in this cup, so the jury is still out for sure. We're going to see what's going to happen here in the two shield scenario. LimeLime does not want to give up the switch advantage. Neither do I. And simultaneous KO. Oof. Pretty cool when that does happen, though. But don't see it too much. And, you know, I was hoping I could get the farm down and hopefully have another Hydro Cannon ready for whatever's coming in next. Go ahead and get a Thunderbolt off. The Rock Slide's going to be resisted, so that's not the moveset I want to go with. Magnet Bomb might be a move that's interesting for this cup as well, so I'm not sure. I usually like to run the Thunderbolt Rock Slide. Gives you Altaria and gives you Skarmory in Open Great League. So very slow with the switch there. I think that's what's going to cost me this match. Shields are down, so this Sludge Bomb's going to do a ton. If I could have got in a little bit sooner, I could have got my Frenzy Plant off a little bit sooner. Plus, I could have got a couple more Vine Whips in, which are doing more damage than those Sparks did. So GG's to the slow switch there. I don't know what I was thinking. Plus, if you see when my Probo comes back in, those counters, especially with Toxicroak's attack stat, we're doing a ton of damage to my Probo. And now he's got another Bubble Bomb ready, and that's going to be GG's right there. One more bomb is going to finish me off, I think, right here. So thanks to Eduardo for the battles. I'm going to try to be posting some more practice content and some more content for you guys and get the channel rolling again. So let's go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and tell your friends to check out the channel.